We got a very special guest with us here on set. We've got the 20th overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft. That is Jaylon Tyson, the Cavaliers rookie. Jaylon, welcome to Media Day. I know this day can be a little hectic. It's obviously your first. How's it going so far?
It's going well, I'm here with beautiful people like y'all, so, makes it a little bit better.
That's a great start.
Wow.
That's really well done. Jaylon, it got started for you, really. We met you a little bit when you were drafted here in town. You go to Vegas, and that's where this whole journey basically started professionally for you. Take us through how it was in Vegas and what you've done the rest of the summer to get ready for this training camp.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Vegas was fun. I mean, obviously Vegas is fun. Let's be 100. But it was a good experience for me. At first I had jitters. I was nervous as hell. We was in the back gym. I remember it.
Yeah.
But it was a fun experience for me. Obviously I learned a lot, and throughout the games I progressed and got better. And towards the end, played really good basketball. We won our last 2 games. Did we? Something like that. We
you
won.
looked good in the last 2 games.
Yeah. So it's been a fun experience, and then leading up to now, I've been here in Cleveland. I haven't been home since the draft, so it's been a long time. I think I just been out here just working, just trying to learn what the NBA life is like, learning from a lot of these vets walking around here. Mad as it. It's super mad, but I get to experience my first one, so I want to have fun with it. But it's been a fun process, and then leading up to training camp now, so I'm excited.
Great.
Obviously, everything is new for you right now, but for this entire team, you've got a new head coach in Kenny Atkinson. What have the conversations been like between you two as you head into training camp and what the season's going to look like?
It's been a love-hate relationship. Let's say that. He just harps on me every time to make quick decisions, and be confident who I am. When I came in, I always was looking to pass. He said, "Look to score. Like that's what you're good at. You're a scorer, right?" But he's a great coach. He's built a relationship with everybody, not just top but also bottom. I'm excited to play for him. Obviously, I've had a lot of people tell me about him and that played for him in my circle, so I'm excited and just trying to win some games.
Like you said, I mean, this is you only get this chance once, right? It's your first training camp. What's your approach coming in? Do you have expectations for yourself? What's the approach? What's the thought process as we head down south?
There's always expectations, Obviously, I want to help win this thing too, My expectation is just to get better every day and learn a little bit, not go in there and not learn nothing. We got 6 days to get better as a team and just help this team win and learn a little bit more about my teammates and about my coaching staff.
You mentioned that Kenny said, hey, you got to go score the ball. You are a scorer. For maybe fans who weren't able to tune into Summer League, how would you describe your style of play, your game, and what these fans should be expecting?
I would say I'm not the most flashiest dude. I'm just gonna get straight to it. Like we're not gonna play with the ball. This is make the right read every time. Selfless player. I love to make my teammates around me better, and I try to make the right read every possession, and that's what type of player I am. That's how I was raised, to be selfless. So that's what type of player they should see out of me.
You've been around a lot of these pros all summer. You've been around this new coaching staff. What are some of the things that you've learned that you're going to take into this training camp?
Some of the things that I've learned, the biggest thing was making quicker decisions. In college, you have time to hold on to the ball, play it, do all that. Now let's get straight to it, like I said. And playing off ball, that was the biggest thing I had to learn. I was used to playing off ball. I played a little bit when I was at Texas Tech, but it's been a fun experience. Obviously, it's a lot of growing pains for sure, but I'm excited and I'm ready to learn.
How about defensively?
Defensively, man, that's been my main focus. That's what's going to get me on the court. Defense and rebounding, that's the biggest 2 things. And every chance I get, I just try to play the best defense and go on from there,
You mentioned some of the guys being mad about Media Day. I think we've learned that over the years. It's not their favorite day of the year, but what can you tell us about your teammates and your relationship with the guys as you've been here all summer and have been able to start really building those?
The one thing I'll say about my teammates is nobody has an ego. Coming in, I thought everybody was going to have an ego. Certain people, it's just a big family here, Obviously, he's a grown man. They got kids back at home, so it's not the type of relationship I had in college. But, they poured into me, right? Obviously, we're all fighting for spots, all that, but they poured into me and, just want to see me succeed. Obviously, if I succeed, it helps the team succeed. So they're just selfless guys. I'm excited to be in an organization like this and with players like this.
It's interesting. In 30 media days around the NBA, I'm sure there are teams saying, "Oh yeah, we've got a lot of chemistry, right? That locker room's great." But you mentioned the authentic, the way that these guys have welcomed you in. What has that meant to you as you are in this new situation and heading into the NBA for the first time?
It means the world, because coming into it, I didn't know none of these guys, right? Like, just walk in the locker room and then, hey, here's your new team, But to have that comfort level from my first week with them, right? My first week with them, by that Sunday, I was like, okay, these are my guys, For my parents, especially for my mother, she's super pleased with it, let's say.
Keep mom happy.
Yeah, you got
to. The best advice we can give you, right?
That's advice. So I'm excited, being able to be in a locker room like that and share this journey that I'm on with these guys and hopefully build long-term relationships outside of basketball.
When you're going through the draft process, obviously you can't control where you land. What does it mean to you to be within an organization and a team right now that is currently competing at a championship level, has been top 4 in the East the last 2 years, has continued to build that continuity and buy into the youth? What is the opportunity that you see for yourself here to be in a situation like that so soon?
So I would speak on the fan base out here. It's a very passionate fan base. I live downtown, so I see all the Guardians fans walking every week, And it was raining yesterday. I seen a bunch of them walking yesterday. So I speak on the fan base and what they like, and I could tell they like energy, like people that are going to play hard, and that's my goal, to come out here and do those two things. And obviously they pay a lot of money for these seats, so we want to give them a show every night, and obviously win so we could be in the streets having fun. When talking about that, I don't pattern my game after anybody. I think I have a unique game within myself, but I take bits and pieces from players, right? Going into the draft, me and my people sat down and talked about it, and 2 of them that I really liked that are Swiss Army knives was Josh Hart, a winner.
We know him well.
We finna get at them this year for sure. And then another one, Cayleigh Martin. He played with Miami. He's with Charlotte.
Philly now.
Philly?
Well, yeah.
So Philly now?
I think he's Philly, yeah.
Philly, yeah. So those 2 I model my game after, and then take their how would I say it? Take their flaws and make them my, what I'm do best. So that's the 2 I've learned after, and those are obviously 2 winners, and that's what I want to bring to this organization.
You've said in multiple interviews that the player that you're most looking forward to going up against is another Cal guy in Jaylen Brown. Are there any other players, maybe moments, teams that you're looking forward to facing and being like, wow, I'm here. I'm really now in the NBA?
I would say obviously the Mavericks. I'm from Dallas. Growing up, watching my first NBA game was a Dallas game. Don't know who they played against so long ago. But I'm excited to play against everybody. Who's first on our schedule? We got
Toronto. At Toronto.
In Toronto.
So
north of the border.
That's who I'm looking forward
there
to
we
playing
go.
against.
That's a good answer.
Hey, thanks for joining us so much. We know
you.
These guys are busy, right? He took all the time to come and sit with us, so thank you so much. We're thrilled, like so many others in Northeast Ohio, to have you here and have a wonderful camp. We'll see you down in Florida.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much.
Thanks,
All
Jaylon.
right.